Hi, sweet friends, and welcome back to another episode of It's a Beautiful Day to Homeschool. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are new to the show, this podcast is for new homeschool families, families thinking about homeschooling, and for those families that have those precious elementary age kiddos who just want to do this well and without overwhelm. Around here, I believe homeschooling doesn't have to look like school at home. It can be gentle, meaningful, and built around your real life. Each episode, I'll talk about simple teaching, rhythms, early learning, building confidence as a homeschool parent, and creating days that feel peaceful instead of pressured, because it doesn't have to be. So whether you're starting out or trying to find your footing, you'll find encouragement, practical ideas, and a reminder that you're not alone. So take a deep breath, grab your coffee, and let's build a homeschool life that feels joyful and doable, because truly, it's a beautiful day to homeschool. So on today's episode, we're going to talk about the question that I hear from so many new families, and I even question this one myself. Am I qualified to homeschool my children? I may be smart, but I'm not that smart. Shoot, I have no idea how the schools are even teaching math these days. And honestly, I don't plan on learning it. Why did they change something that worked for so long? Just saying. Anyways, that's a talk for a whole nother day. So, show of hands, who has a teaching degree? Granted, I can't see your hands, and some of you may actually have them up, but I guarantee most of you don't. I know I don't. I also have wondered, how hard could it be when they are in their amazing elementary years? I can teach them to count, I can teach them shapes, I can teach them colors. Come on, guys, they're so small. We taught them how to walk and talk. We can do this. So, all that fun stuff that we did just naturally, we can do this. So that doesn't mean I haven't tried to find the perfect curriculum for pre-K and kindergarten. I have. Let me be real. I searched and searched and searched for the perfect curriculum for pre-K. And I even went as far as buying a curriculum. It looked so pretty and amazing, and I just couldn't pass it up. I couldn't. It wasn't until I had got home, I had it in my hand, and I was so excited to show my husband, and then I realized what I did. Moms, I bought a curriculum to teach my kids to go outside and play. If you can imagine that facepalm moment in front of my husband. Granted, we laugh about it now, but I jumped the gun. I really did. So you've got to have that mindset that our kids are really young and they learn so much by play. And yes, curriculums can help and they can be a great tool, but you also don't need them. If you've got Legos at home, or not Legos, sorry, they're still young. If you have blocks at home, if you have Hot Wheel cars at home, if you have Cheerios, we can teach our kids math with those. We can teach them colors. We can use sidewalk chalk to take them outside and teach them shapes. So, learn from my mistake. Don't jump the gun on curriculums, even though they look beautiful. I do still laugh pretty hard about that one most times, because who buys a curriculum that teaches their kids how to go outside and play? So, we will make mistakes. We may buy curriculum that we may never use, but we will also laugh and learn from these mistakes, hopefully. But there's a point to this in today's show. You're a mom first and their teacher second. So be a mom and continue to do what you do. Lead by example. Answer the 1,000 questions that they're going to have. Even if you get those 5,000 whys and hows, just teach them. You don't need a curriculum, especially at this age. Your kids will learn so much by playing. Again, I can't express that one enough. I promise you won't ruin them. And if you don't buy that pretty curriculum at the convention, it'll be there again next year. So continue to teach these life skills like brushing the teeth, getting dressed, maybe start teaching them how to cook breakfast with you. Sit together and read a book out loud. Build a huge tower out of those colorful blocks and let them knock them down. Do you see what's going on here? You're probably doing this all day, every day anyways, and just don't realize it. But this is it. This is homeschooling. Does a mom need a degree to be a mom? No, ladies, we don't. We learn as we go, and that's exactly how our kids are too. Just living and learning every day. So again, do we need to be qualified to teach your kids at home? Perfect answer to this one is no. No, you don't. But what does qualify you to be an amazing homeschool teacher is the fact that you know your kid better than anyone. A public school teacher may try, and I mean try, to get to know your kid. But let's face it, they have a classroom full of children, and I know they're trying their best to get to know each and every one of them. But they honestly can't sometimes. They can't tailor their teaching to their students' learning style. They have to teach to a classroom of children, regardless of learning styles. But with us homeschool moms, we are blessed enough to be able to take the time to teach our kids in the exact way that they learn best. Again, you're probably already doing this in your everyday life with the talks that you have, which are language, the brushing of the teeth, the cooking, the cleaning, the chores, which are great life skills and responsibilities, and the values, which can be different for everyone. But again, all life is learning. So teaching our children in these elementary years is such a joy. I love when they start finding out how fun learning is, and they are so curious about all these new things. This is where it's super important to guide them and not lecture them. They don't need perfection, especially at this stage. They need encouragement mixed with a little bit of curiosity. This helps them and you form a good rhythm to your day. You know, finding that routine that just tends to work for now may need change later on in the future. And that's okay. We can pivot anytime we need to. Anything really can make your routines need to change. But again, we have that freedom and flexibility to do so. Make mistakes together. Let them know it's normal. We can fix them and grow from them. Let their imagination just thrive with this curiosity. If you ask my kids if I had made a mistake in front of them, oh my goodness, will they laugh before they can even answer? They will say, "Do you remember the first time you tried to make homemade donuts?" Yeah, that one kind of gets thrown in my face a lot, but you know what? We still laugh so hard about it. So let me just tell you this. I will remember that forever. Granted, those donuts were very tasty. Well, some of them. And they were my first batch, and I forgot the baking powder, so they didn't rise. So these beautiful pumpkin donuts were actually like little pumpkin cakes. Again, some of them tasted okay, some not. But it was a memory that I made with my kids. I showed them that I made the mistake. We laughed about it. We made a second batch, and they did amazing. But the best part about it is as soon as my husband got home from work and walked through the door, guess what? "Dad, guess what Mom did?" So the baking powder and how Mom forget it is a never-ending laughing story in our house. So, but guess what? If you ask me now, I have not forgot baking powder in anything that I've made since. Nope. So we'll always remember these, and we still chuckle at these memories of mistakes that we make, and we grow from them. Okay? So let's do that with our kids and show them that it's okay. So ask yourself again, am I qualified to teach my kids? I really hope you keep answering yes. I am the most qualified and perfect person for that job. We will learn from each other. We will grow together. We will pivot when needed and adjust when necessary. And we will do this together. So friend, starting your homeschool journey isn't about knowing everything. It's just about starting. So take a deep breath, take that first step, and remember, you can do this because you were made for this moment, for these kids, and for this journey. I am cheering you on every step of the way. If you are here listening to this podcast, then you're already doing something right. You care enough about your homeschool journey to take the time to better your homeschool days. This is exactly where most homeschool parents start, right here, seeking guidance, right from the beginning. Remember, you chose to homeschool, and your reason may be different from somebody else's, but we're all here. So we all want to do better for our kids. We all want to keep learning with our kids. And as a mom of two, and I have my oldest getting ready to go into sixth grade, I can tell you I am relearning math with my kids, but it's okay. I don't mind at all. I really don't. And so my kids kind of chuckle at that one too. They're like, "What happens, Mom, if you don't know this question?" I'm like, "Well, your dad does because he's a really smart man." So if there's something that you don't know, don't be ashamed to tell your kids that you're not sure. I mean, that's why we have dictionaries. That's why we have Google. If you ask my kids, that's why we have an Alexa and, their dad. But if you find this episode to be encouraging to you, share it with another homeschool mom who might need to take a deep breath today and one who might be feeling unsure. Or come find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Remember, I'm Homeschool Mom on the Farm, and I love celebrating wins, offering encouragement, and walking through this homeschool journey with you. So if you have any questions at all, please let me know I can help. Again, you can always check me out at homeschoolmomonthefarm.com. Until next time, it's a beautiful day to homeschool.